Martin Odegaard and Bruno Fernandes. I cannot remember watching a game where two players playing in the same or similar positions on opposite teams have such contrasting play styles and how that affects a game. I mean, Bruno Fernandes was absolutely outstanding today. The free kick, the second half performance as well. And he plays football like he's always trying to make something happen. He makes the most risky choice pretty much every time. And sometimes, like today, that will just work for him and it'll be amazing. And he'll be amazing to watch. He'll be the best player on the pitch, especially when things just come off for him because he's that good that they come off so often for him. Whereas Martin Odegaard always likes to just sort of slow himself down and take a lot of touches when he's on the ball and sort of figure out what the best option for him is and then play the pass. He doesn't seem to have the brain like Bruno Fernandes does, where it's like, right, I've got the ball, I need to make something happen immediately. And I'm not saying that Bruno does that every time, and Martin Odegaard never does that or never sort of takes a risk in what he's doing, but it's just quite interesting to watch two teams with two different creators when these are the two main creators and how that affects how they play football. And I actually think if you put Bruno Fernandes in Martin Odegaard's role in the Arsenal team, I think he'd look worse than he does in this United team. And I think if you put Martin Odegaard in Bruno's role in that Man United team, I think Odegaard will look way worse than Bruno does in that United team. I just think they suit what they have got right now at each side. And I know Martin Odegaard wasn't particularly great today, and I know that he's been copping a bit of flack recently, but over the past 3 years, he's been one of Arsenal's best players. And yeah, both of them, when they were at their best, very contrasting, but both very, very good.
How fucking lucky are Arsenal Football Club? Seriously, let's have a serious conversation about them, because they are title pretenders. Title pretenders is all they fucking are. They are fucking useless. Fair play to us. Honestly, fair play to us. We were miles the better team today. Way fucking better. Bruno Fernandes clears Martin Odegaard. You would never, ever in your life see Martin Odegaard scoring a free kick like that. That is what Bruno fucking does. But as for our performance, I thought we defended really well. And we probably should have went on and won the game. We had chances in the second half. I thought our second half performance was really, really good. But look, a lapse of concentration cost us the 3 points. But lads, the bigger message today is Glazers out. And those 5,000 fans that went on that fucking march before the game, that is what you call a protest. Glazers out forever and fucking always. Let's take our fucking football club back. Arsenal, you're wank.
Arsenal fans, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. The reason why you guys aren't even close to winning the Premier League, not because of the refs, is not because of injuries, is not because you guys don't have a striker. It's because Arsenal is simply not good enough. Does Arsenal have good moments? Absolutely. But to celebrate drawing against Manchester United this season, in a match today against Arsenal, that was one of the worst I've ever seen from them, by telling everyone to quiet down because you equalized. It's mid-mentality. Arsenal scored 7 goals against PSV. They scored 5 goals against Manchester City. And they're only scoring 1 against a washed Manchester United side. And that's no disrespect to Manchester United. They're going through it right now. If we want to be realistic, if not for Raya, Arsenal's losing this match today. And against a United side that in the first half, they were so bad, I thought that they were playing with a man down. Not for Arsenal's goalkeeping, they would have dropped points today. To celebrate a goal by telling everyone to calm down instead of just going to get the ball, bringing it back to half, and carrying it on, especially when y'all need to win the match, and y'all showed the world that you can put 7 goals in the back of the net, is mid-mentality. Keep trusting the process, keep getting the same results.
How did Man United not win this game? Mazraoui, Bruno, Højlund, Xerxes all had good chances, even De Ligt. 5 things you learned from Man United: 1, Arsenal won. First of all, Aiden Heaven really impressed me. He came into a big game because Lenny Yoro came off injured at half-time, and I thought Lenny Yoro had a very good first half. This guy came on, he did not look out of place, he dealt with Martinelli, he kept him quiet, he used his body well, he positioned himself well, very good on the ball. He looks like a steady player. I also thought De Ligt has been really good for Manchester United this last month and really stepped up. Yoro's getting better and better every game, and arguably Mazraoui, you could give him man of the match. That second half performance from him at wing-back was excellent. And number 2, I thought Manchester United really stepped up in that second half. The first 35 minutes, if you said Man United would get a draw, I'd have been happy about it. But the performance in the second half, the way we came out, I'm gutted we didn't win that game. Especially how depleted our squad was. I think we could have beat Arsenal. But David Raya and Declan Rice just put in this masterful performance for Arsenal in the second half. Number 4, it was Casemiro's best game under Ruben Amorim today. I think he made like 8 out of 9 tackles in the first 60 minutes. United put in a really good off-the-ball performance, and we've been alright off the ball. I think it's on the ball where we lack, because we lack that quality in attack. And talking of attack, as good as Declan Rice did, Oppie would have scored that Højlund chance. Number 5, I thought this was Garnacho's best game for Manchester United in a while. I like him more on the right. He created so many chances, he worked really hard, he got back, he brought some width. Him and Mazraoui worked well. Well done, Ghana.
Manchester United won, Arsenal won. Look, I'm not going to repeat myself with the same thing. Struggling to create, can't score goals. We all know that's a problem. You get me? But in this game, first off, we were the better team, tried to create. United defensively were good. And yeah, it was looking like a pathetic first half. Like I thought I was about to fall asleep, bruv. But then United scored a free kick. Garnacho was fouled. Bruno free kick, good free kick. Raya, could he have done better with his position? Who knows, man. I thought Partey in the first half was our best player. He was the one that was trying to bring us forward. And he was just good on the ball. Second half, Declan Rice, superb. Absolutely immense. I mean, United were actually better in the second half. They could have scored a second goal. I mean, Xerxes was denied by Raya. I thought Raya had a big second half as well. Declan Rice came up clutch with a big goal. Yeah, great finish. And then also a big-time challenge on Højlund as well, man. And towards the end, Raya denied Bruno Fernandes as well. I thought Garnacho was United's best player offensively. I thought Garnacho was busy today. Martinelli's just come back. Could have had a better decision-making to cross the ball to Trossard where he had a shot. Obviously, the offside shot that he had as well could have done better. But listen, it is what it is, man. Like I said, title race has been over for a long time anyways. But you still want to beat United, whether we're playing home or away against them, innit? Because we know they draw Chester United. Draws after draws, man. But overall, like I said, it is what it is, man. It's two teams this season who have failed to achieve their goals. And our goal, I'm pretty sure this season, was to go far in the Premier League race, which is obviously over. And United, I don't think they thought they would be in the situation that they're in right now. But yeah, like I said, two teams that used to go at it, used to be exciting, used to be fighting for the title. Today, literally just having a stroll in the park, lads.
5 things we learned from Manchester United 1, Arsenal 1. 1. Disgusting second half. Conceding chance after chance, making 14th look like a Champions League team. I can understand our attack being an issue, but not hanging on defensively. United were unlucky not to win this game. 2. Declan Rice deserves better. Arsenal's big game machine, saving us embarrassment with a screamer at one end, on top of a game-saving tackle in the other. Rice now has 11 goal contributions this season. 3. Arsenal's main problem. It's the fact that we become too predictable, moving the ball at the pace of a snail in the final third. Next to no imagination whatsoever. The issue is our tempo. 4. Raya's mistake, saving us at the end, but with questionable positioning for the Fernandes free kick, given way too much space for a player that didn't even place it in the corner. 5. Congrats to Liverpool. 3 league games that are to win, 2 points out of a possible 9. Liverpool's 15-point gap has become unsurmountable. Liverpool have not only been more consistent, but 70 points after 29 games. Arne Slot has done a tremendous job, with Mikel Arteta even walking out of his post-match interview when asked about the title race.
He's gone over to celebrate in front of the Man United fans, giving it all of that, shush and calm down and all that. Yeah, when we're 15 points behind with that equalising goal. Get the ball out the net, mate. Yeah, Nico Williams equalised against Mallorca a minute ago. They're still potentially in a title race. I didn't see him jumping in the crowd. They're playing at home as well. Didn't see him giving it all of this and come up. He gave it arm waves because he was running back to the halfway line. He was running back to the halfway line. He was going, come on, fucking come on. Let's go. He wasn't celebrating his goal. He was going, come on, let's fucking win the game. Yeah, and everyone who watches me here knows I don't rate that geezer. Yeah, but he weren't celebrating that goal. He weren't fucking running around like a crackhead fucking celebrating a fucking equaliser. He was running back to the halfway line. Fucking come on, let's go. Let's go and win it. Yeah, fucking bullshit. Premier League is infested with this loser bollocks, this loser mindset. I'm sick to death of it. Big up Man United, HOJ.
And I think the performance today from Bruno Fernandes compared to the performance today from Martin Odegaard doesn't even just shout levels, it screams levels. Now, I've been a critic of Bruno in the past, but one thing I can never accuse Bruno of is hiding in big moments, of playing passively. If anything, the thing I'd accuse him of is sometimes being too risky. One thing, if you guys really pay attention to Bruno in this team, look how many times Man United get on the ball. Any player, pick their head up and immediately look for Bruno Fernandes. They almost use him as a crutch. Now, Odegaard on the other hand, Odegaard is cute. Odegaard is very technically secure. But in terms of getting on the ball, pushing his team up the pitch, I'm sorry, I don't think you see it enough for a player of his A, talent, but B, his role. Not only is he's the captain, just like Bruno, he's the technical leader. He's the guy these guys are probably expecting to kind of lean on. And far too many times with Odegaard do I see him almost like pirouette in a little circle, end up spinning back out, find himself on the edge of the box, try and do a quick 1-2 to then again go sideways, try that little dink over the top, which is a very tough pass to pull off. And when it does, it looks nice, but it also leaves his teammate in a difficult situation. It's very cute. It's nice on the eye, but I think from an impact point of view, Odegaard this season, you feel way too many times you're left wanting more. And if I was an Arsenal fan today, I'd be very, very disappointed by his performance. And I think people are starting to get tired of it, man. I think he is starting to kind of like go under a microscope here, where Saka has been out, and Saka is technically the guy that comes up clutch with moments out of nothing for Arsenal. And in his absence, I think people have looked at Odegaard and expected that he'll take the reins when Saka's gone. I'm sorry, it's appearing more and more so like Odegaard is the Robin to Saka's Batman. He's the B to Saka's A, rather than those two being the A's, those two being the leaders. It almost feels like Odegaard is a clear tier below Saka now.
At the beginning of the day, I had a feeling in my stomach that Arsenal were going to batter Man United. It turns out it was just lactose intolerance. I had small cake and small mac and cheese last night. That's the problem. On another day, I would complain about his positioning for this free kick. David Raya, why did you leave that much space? He basically said, oh yeah, come and shoot. Is that where you want to put the ball? Come and put the ball there, don't worry. Why would you leave so much space? I don't get it. However, this isn't the day to complain because he did so much to keep us in the game. So for that reason and that reason alone, I will not spend any more breaths, any more seconds on complaining about this particular goal. Because we didn't have striker, we lost 1-1 today at Old Trafford against this rubbish team. There's no reason that we should be losing 1-1 when we are suffocating, strangling this team, man. It's just next season FC.
Come on, yes.
Why are you celebrating a draw against Arsenal?
We didn't. We were leading at half time and we didn't lose. You know, if we lose that record, I will cry. That means more to me than a Premier League title. The person that loses that record is getting sacked on the spot.
Why can't we finish? Why? Every game, false hope, 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 hope. Win! Win a game of football, please! That game was there for the taking. Shawn Mendes, get him out! Rasmus Højlund could have scored a brace today, but his Højlund, go away! Leave! You're playing against us! Ruben Amorim, why didn't you play Chido Obi over Højlund? Why? That game was there for the taking. We should be lucky they had Martinelli playing, because that was advantage Manchester United. I don't care if we're drawn. We need to start winning games, man. Bruno Fernandes and Mazraoui, Onan are literally the only good players, and Lindelof Delay. I don't care what anyone says. The rest are rubbish.
Who would have thought that? I came into this game today thinking, yo, this is going to be a long day today. We might get battered today. That's what I thought. I thought we were going to come here today and get absolutely slaughtered. And fair enough, they had all the possession, like I said. But they could have played for 2 more hours and they wouldn't have scored. Nothing. I've got to give it to the defence today. The defence was absolutely outstanding, bro. Every single one of them, apart from the goal that we conceded because, you know, when we conceded that goal, lapses of concentration, boom, get punished. We need to work on that. But apart from that, there's nothing I can really say about this defence, you know. Mazraoui, De Ligt, those two, in my opinion, were our 2 best players. Heaven. Oh, brother. Yeah. I get the Arsenal gas now. I get why Arsenal fans were, you know, giving it the whole hate and stuff. Oh, why is he leaving? And I get it. This kid, yeah. I'm not trying to gas him up too much, but this kid is legit. 100%. What? Yeah.
It's just a joke! How are we drawing to
Manchester United on their worst season. They were terrible. We dominated them from minute one. How have we not won that game? It is a joke. The only player that can hold his head high is Declan Rice because he was outstanding today. The rest of them was a joke. How have we not won that game? Oh, Manchester United are the worst team I have ever watched. Sitting all 11 players behind the ball for the whole half.
There we have it. Arsenal have bottled another season. Even if Arsenal win all of their remaining games, Liverpool just need 5 wins and a draw. And they still have so many games to play. I actually really wanted Man United to win this game. And this man right here carries them so hard. This is actually a little bit of a joke. That wall, it looks miles away. It was actually 11.2 yards and it should have been 10. Like, this is going to cause problems in the future. At what point are they going to start getting the tape measure out and stuff? Because that is actually unfair on Arsenal. There should have been so many goals at the end of that game. I don't know how Højlund didn't get a shot off here. And then Martinelli missing this. He's lucky it was offside. I only have 2 other things to say about this game. First one, what has happened to Raheem Sterling? Arsenal do not have a striker at the moment. They're bringing on Kieran Tierney as like a winger where Raheem Sterling could play. And they're giving him 300k a week to just sit on the bench. And the last thing, Bruno Fernandes or Ødegaard? Let me know in the comments.
He's genuinely our Darwin Núñez. He is Manchester United's Darwin Núñez. Because how are you not scoring? Rasmus Højlund, how are you not scoring this chance? It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Yes, great tackle by Declan Rice. I'm not taking anything away from Declan Rice. Great tackle, world class. But my God, Rasmus Højlund has to be aware that he is behind him. What the fuck? Seriously, man. Get rid in the summer. Get fucking rid. I've had enough of this shit.
Absolutely lucky Arsenal. You lot are lucky. David Raya masterclass. If it wasn't for him, yeah, this scoreline is 4-1, and I'm not even exaggerating. How? How did we not win that game? We battered them second half. Battered them. And I'm gutted now, man. That's probably one of the best second half performances, yeah. The performance I've seen in a long while, man. Under Ruben Amorim. Battered them. Chances galore. But you know what, man? That David Raya saved them, mate. I'm absolutely gutted, man. When are we going to play like that again? I don't think so. Oh, I can't believe it, bro, man. The saves he made, the Mazarawi save, the Bruno Fernandes save. I thought we won it. They had nothing today. Nothing. They scored, yeah, just before I'm meant to break my fast here. Bro, I threw the dates away, man. I was fuming, bro.
Well, I did not think that I'd be coming away from that game saying, how on earth have Manchester United not won it? The chances they have missed there in the final 10-15 minutes. I mean, this one right at the end where Bruno Fernandes has a free shot on goal, 8 yards out. David Raya, by the way, made some unbelievable saves in that second half. The one from Mazraoui, I think earlier on in the first 10 minutes of the second half. That one from Højlund as well. But, I mean, it's got to be a goal. And then this chance for Højlund as well. A great tackle by Declan Rice, but the touch from Højlund is so awful. And then this chance for Højlund as well. And there's so many situations like this as well where it took one extra pass. Garnacho being too selfish at times to me, where you just have to lay that out wide. And they did have quite a few chances from out wide as well. The Mazraoui one that I mentioned earlier with the David Raya save has to be a goal. But at the end of the day, it was obviously Bruno Fernandes' free kick in the first half. Declan Rice shushing the Manchester United fans at 1-1, which was interesting to a celebration at that point in the game. I thought, get back to the halfway line. You need to win this game. But, I mean, brilliant finish from him. But Arsenal had obviously so much of the ball, and they did have chances themselves. I mean, that one from Ødegaard, he's got to do better than that for me. Hits it straight at Onana, obviously parries it. That was in the 92nd minute to Martinelli, but he was offside in the end, so it didn't really matter, even though that was a terrible miss. But, I mean, yet another captain's moment from Bruno Fernandes after Roy Keane said that he was a rubbish captain, apparently, even though he literally carries his team on his back at times. I thought some other impressive performances from the Manchester United point of view. Aiden Heaven, I thought was great when he came on the second half. I thought Xerxes was really good as well. I thought Casemiro and Eriksen actually did probably the best I've seen them do as a duo playing there, considering what they were up against in Arsenal's midfield and the legs and the runners, considering they've lost that in their games. I thought they did okay. But yeah, David Raya, some outstanding saves. Manchester United had so many chances to win that, but a draw at the end of the day doesn't really suit either team. I mean, it doesn't really matter for United, but Arsenal, they had to win that game.